The following is a presentation of the Black Hollywood Live Network, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. Hollywood redefined. From Los Angeles, California, streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is Black Hollywood Live, Geek.Nerd.Tech, featuring a weekly roundup of tech news and gossip. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host of Black Hollywood Live, Geek.Nerd.Tech.
Nightmares. Welcome to Geek.Nerd.Tech, the show where we break down tech news and nerd culture from a black and brown geek perspective. I'm Joe Braswell, of course, listening to the Ghetto Boys. My mind's playing tricks on me. Our Halloween song, Not Nightmares as I Wanted by Dana Dane from 1986
You got voted out, bro.
or something. Achilles Shine, how are you, sir?
Scarface, Classico. I'm doing good, man.
Bushwick Bill.
I'm living, man. I'm living.
Good.
Yeah.
What's your Halloween costume?
You know I don't celebrate that, man. I leave that to the program. I'm not in the Matrix, man.
Okay, off the Matrix. That's
Yes, sir.
cool. Someone who is in the Matrix is the lovely Alexis Torres.
Damn.
Who is dressed as
I'll just leave. I'll just find my way out the door.
with a lovely Star Trek 60s era first generation Star Trek dress on. I think it's dope.
Thank you.
Alexis Torres, how are you?
I'm good. I wanted to do my hair like the original, but my hair was not.
Uhura.
Yeah, I was like, that ain't happening. So
Right.
I'm like, Zoe's not down a ponytail. That is what's happening right now.
Cool. Well, I didn't dress up. I dressed up. I actually have my hoodie on in honor of the Blacklist, which is a whole separate thing, which we'll be doing later. But let's get into some stuff. Some all kinds of tech news and pop culture stuff, video game stuff we're going to get into. We're going to try to run through it as best we can. First is all these new updates. The Apple, now that all the dust is settling on El Capitan and iOS 9 and all the new updates for Apple, there's some things that are kind of like, I don't know about, like the disappearance of Microsoft Word.
Yeah, what up with that?
Like that's a concern for me. But on Siri, like they've got it linked on Siri that if you ask Siri about music, if it ain't on Apple Music, she ain't talking about it. And I don't mean like in general, because Apple Music has virtually everything, but I mean if you're not a subscriber of Apple Music.
Well, that's kind of lame.
That is kind of interesting. What do you think of this, Keely?
I mean, I get it from Apple's perspective. They're on top. They're the top dog, so they dictate everything that's below them. So hey, if you want to use our service, which they would argue that most people do, then hey, you have to use it in this way. However, how many times do people look up stuff with Siri versus actually type it in? At least for me, I'm not really Siri dependent. So that's such a huge thing that they just did. I can't look up a song because Siri won't tell me. Okay, we'll just Google it.
I think it's just the idea of like, hey Siri, what was that? What was that Eminem song? Like, are you an Apple Music subscriber? No, but I can help you. Like, what Siri?
I feel like Siri's not saying stuff like that.
She
sure.
might. What do you think? What do you think, Alexis?
No, I also agree that even though I might not be an Apple phone user, I'm not saying that. I know a lot of people in my immediate family and friend group that they use Siri for everything. And even my mom is kind of hopping on the Siri has to look up everything for her kind of train. Sorry, Mom. Put you on blast like that. But like, I'm with Achille on that, where I usually type in everything. So it's not really that big of a deal for me. But it is kind of lame that, you have to be a subscriber just to get certain music that maybe, Apple might not have.
And I get the walls that they're trying to build. Like, it makes sense. Like, hey, like we have a huge piece of the market share. So like we have the freedom and luxury to be able to implement these type of programmatic policies into our devices, because most people will bend to them. Well, damn, I need to subscribe to Apple Music now. Like some people are part of the Matrix in that sense. Like I can't use Siri to look up Eminem. Oh well, I guess I'll pay $9.99 for the subscription.
That seems so ridiculous to me.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Let's move on. I'm out on it, but whatever. Lowe's is opening a hardware store in space.
Why?
I'm just kidding. This is an Adweek thing.
Okay, I was like,
They're doing this thing where they're having the Lowe's 3D printer is actually going to be in space, and the idea is that it'll be able to print tools and things for the astronauts while in space.
That's kind of cool.
So the idea is, you're up there, and instead of shipping all this stuff that you need up there and loading down the loading down the old capsule. You set up the 3D printer, and then you make shit in space.
Correct.
I mean,
That's pretty awesome.
That's the future. I mean, I guess ultimately the ultimate version of this, you can start to build out full components and maybe eventually a space station in space. So
That would be crazy.
what do you think of this, Uhura?
You went straight to me. No, I mean, I've always been wondering what happens. I mean, as much as I love, learning about our universe and stuff like that in space, I never understood how they were able to get stuff out to them as like in the time that they needed to maybe fix something or if something went wrong or anything like that. So I think this would cut a lot of time and also just really shows how technology is just furthering and getting just mind-blowingly amazing, the fact that we can actually sit there and 3D print. Like, I mean, I remember way back in months ago how we were saying that 3D printers can do stuff for just our health. So the fact that we can even help people who are not even on our planet is kind of crazy to me. So
it is crazy. Keely?
Yeah, I mean, I think you guys hit it on the nose in the sense that when you blast off into space, it takes a lot of power to get you up there, a lot of fuel to get you up there. So the more baggage that you take with you, like it lessens. It costs more. It's cost prohibitive to have more stuff. So to be able to just have a device, a 3D printing machine that you just communicate down to home base and be like, hey, we need a hammer or whatever the tool is, and then you can just create that based on the blueprint design. They can just send it to you through the communication, and now you're creating that versus having to pack it. I think is very cool.
Yeah.
And just the future of that, like you said, like it'll help the people that are in space to build more space. What am I trying to say? Space hubs or space centers or whatever. Sure. And I think that's super fresh. And that a company like Lowe's is architecting that. So I think that's dope.
That's pretty awesome, and it definitely will help them out.
I do. I think I like that a lot.
That's so smart.
It's very
and
smart.
not just that, but Lowe's is doing it for the people here on Earth as well. Yeah. So if you have a broken tool on Earth, then you could do the same thing. Go into a Lowe's store or communicate with the website, and they can create that part for you that's broken, or if you need it to help build something. So even has a usefulness here on the planet Earth.
Oh, I mean, I think that I also agree, because I feel like customer service for Lowe's is a little bit better than Home Depot now than it was before, especially since they were the competitor for a really long time.
Right.
So.
Okay. I got 2 ad stories, which I'm going to skip for the sake of time. And there's one about Stoli has this really cool app where you can, I'll talk about it now since it's there. Just a little cap where it's an immersion thing where you can actually, looks like that you're actually shaking the martini and pouring the martini and being a part of this weird little, almost infographic style cartoon. It seems to be engaging people, but Horizon Media launched it. It's a cool campaign. I don't know.
Nah, man, this is dope.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I mean, speaking to your sensory ability. So yeah, we have our smartphone. We look at things. We hear things. We see things. But now you can feel things. So if there's a piece of content that a content creator develops, like say for instance, even like a sports ad, and it's a guy being hit on a football field. The phone might vibrate in a way that where you feel that impact. I think that's cool because now it's bringing another sense into your experience. So it's not just sight and sound, but now it's sight, sound, and touch. I think that's dope.
No, I agree with you.
All right, fair enough. Okay, it's cool. I won't skip over it so much. I won't skip the Dan and story because it's the yogurt thing. But I do want to get to the James Bond situation. Because I think it's cool. So James Bond is the first movie to really purchase Snapchat in the
Discovery.
Discovery. So
which is so crazy to me.
So really Snapchat has created this platform, the Snapchat Discover, Snapchat. What's it called? When you
Discover.
It's Discover.
Snapchat Discover. You have your own actual, all these content providers providing different content via Snapchat. This is the first movie to do it, and it's not just showing trailers. It's got some BTS stuff behind the scenes, and a bunch of interesting content. Snapchat is very, very, very popular, and it's mostly how people do stuff. This is kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
Super cool. I mean, you got to think Snapchat has a lot of fucking users. So to be able to, a company to be able to say, hey, we have a piece of content that will touch and engage a specific demographic, and they'll like soak it up. Like they'll love this type of stuff. So I think it's cool in that sense. And like before this, with the Bond film, for you to be on the Discover Channel, you would give your content away for free for people to be able to have an engagement with Snapchat's user base. But now, using this method, you have to pay. So I think that part is smart because now they're really starting to develop themselves in like a cable network. You know what I'm saying? Like here's content and here are our subscribers.
Yeah.
You pay this amount to be able to have connection to the subscribers.
Yeah.
And like, even though it's short form content and behind the scenes content, it's still like doing amazing things in terms of promoting the movie, promoting whatever brand or product that's using it. So
fantastic. I love it. I love it.
No, I was going to say the same thing because it's mostly just really cool how I love everything that has to do with the whole Snapchat discovery thing. Because when it first came up, I was kind of like, oh, this is probably going to be really lame. But now I catch myself, like right before I go to bed, I go through all the different magazines and like Comedy Central has one and it gets to show you all the new shows or what you missed or whatever. So I think it's really cool with now when they start putting up like the movie trailers or ads or whatever, because you can look at it and then it tells you stuff like that. So I always thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
So it's a new way to throw up ads where it's not as jarring, since you're obviously it's free and you could just look at it if you want or skip it.
yeah.
Television, I've said it 1,000 times, television is a delivery service for ads. It always has been since its inception in the 50s, late 40s, 50s.
Yeah.
It was a delivery service for ads, as are magazines, as is the radio. That's not public radio, obviously. So all this new media we have coming up is going to be the same thing, a delivery service for ads. Everybody get used to it because that's what it is, and it's just making sure that it's something we want to see and something that's creative, and we vote by our eyeballs and our subscriptions. So, I like James Bond, so I like this. Next, I want to talk about the NFL. Buffalo Bill versus Jacksonville was on Yahoo on Sunday morning. It was the early game, because there's the earliest game, because I think it started at like 9 or 8. I watched a little bit of this, and it was interesting. It was weird because watching a game via Yahoo on my phone, because it looked, with the 4K cameras, it looked weird. It looked clear. It looked like I was shooting it on my phone myself, even though it was actually TV switcher. It didn't have the same broadcast look. In a lot of ways, it was clearer. But there's some takeaways here that have come through. Number one, viewership was way lower than a typical NFL broadcast, and that's probably because of the PR and the method of delivery. So that's fine. Which is fine. So the other takeaway they talked about is the quality was dependent on a lot of factors. So I had great quality, but some people had crappy quality and connectivity. I had good quality with no Wi-Fi, and so I guess it depends on what service you're using
Or where you are in the
or
world.
where you are in the world. And the NFL will probably do this again, which I'm sure they will. I kind of like this whole thing. I liked everything about it, and I don't know. I don't know if you're a football fan. What did you think, Alexis?
No, I feel like I don't know. I was surprised that it's taken them this long to finally get on a major site and start live streaming some of the games. Because in college, when I couldn't, I wasn't old enough to be at a bar or whatever, and I couldn't watch a game, I can go on my computer, and some other site that's not well known will be like, oh, we're streaming the Pats game, you could watch it here. And it was always like really terrible quality, but at least I was able to watch it. So I feel like it's better, even though Yahoo, it depends on where you are and everything like that. I'm really glad they're finally starting to kind of slowly put in more games so that more people who don't have a television or cable or anything like that can watch it.
Well, I got news for you, CBS, NBC, and ABC, ESPN. This is the future. So
It's definitely the
buckle
future.
up.
Definitely the future. The cable cutters and the cable nevers are slowly increasing, and the people that actually subscribe to cable, those numbers are slowly decreasing, and a lot of people consume their content on the small screen on their phone or tablet. And so to be able to have this type of infrastructure and test it with a brand like the NFL, I think is very effective. And what was key, I guess, in their analytics is that there was an increase in terms of the margins of their international viewers, which obviously is what they were going for, to expand football internationally. And so I think using a company like Yahoo, even though they're tanking, but like let's swap out Yahoo with a YouTube or a Facebook or something like that and test it. I think we might have a better experience, and also, as time progresses, like those numbers will rise. Like when you juxtapose them from traditional broadcast Nielsen reports, like maybe 5 years from now, like it might be a different conversation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about this, and this is wonderful. I want to touch on this story. It's a science story. Tractor beams are here. For those of us who know tractor beams from the original Star Wars, the Millennium Falcon getting pulled into the Imperial Cruiser, or other shows like that. I think that was the first movie that used the actual word and language of tractor beam. That's kind of something that's in the sci-fi lore now, like use a tractor beam, like everybody uses it like as if it was something. But it is actually happening, and they figured out how to create a sound beam that can hold, rotate, and move small objects. This is incredible, right?
Super crazy.
Yeah, I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I think it's awesome as well. Like, I mean, even though it's doing on a very small micro scale,
Yeah.
the thought that something that was science fiction is now becoming a reality. And again, like most of the things that we talk about on the show, like 10, 15 years ago, they were just part of our imagination, and now we're able to see them in real life. So I think that's awesome that you could freaking move something without touching it.
Like
So
that's
excited.
crazy.
yeah, it's insane.
That's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
No, I just thought it was really funny how excited Kelly got.
You guys got it.
No, it's really cool.
I'm looking forward to it. You know what I'm really excited about? This is kind of a bit of I told you so, kind
here
of a
we
bit
go.
whatever, but Supergirl is the highest rated show of the new season. It premiered finally.
And have you been watching it? Did you watch it?
I watched it 3 months ago when it got leaked.
That's
About
true.
4
I was
months
like, there
ago.
you go.
So
And based
when we
on-
took our visit to China, I saw it there.
based on that experience of watching it when it got leaked, did you theorize that it would be as successful as it is now?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I did.
I
And
think you and I were the ones that were like, nah.
I think the thing about it, because it's actually it's a really clever, bright, fun take on Supergirl. It's a great looking show. The only debate is it a CBS show? Is it? I mean, like when I was watching it as a TV, as
okay.
a
I was
content
like,
maker and
what?
kind of media observer, I'm like, this feels like obviously feels like a CW show, or it feels like
well, I mean, they were trying because they know what
Right.
the audience is into, especially with Flash and Arrow.
It
It's
feels like
CW.
a USA, or the old USA show, or a CW
I mean-
show, or something else. But it doesn't feel like a CBS show. But it doesn't go alongside. It's not sandwiched between NCIS and CSI, Supergirl, or The Good Wife and whatever.
Right.
That being said, they're really taking note on how well The Big Bang Theory is one of their number one shows does and still continues to do, and
Yeah.
and the utilization of all the Warner Brothers superhero stuff they do on that
Mm-hmm.
show and that particular audience and how big that show does and how it tests at Comic-Con. They test the waters and figure out their audience, which is deceptively younger than people think. People think of CBS as being an old guy and gal audience.
No, not anymore.
Would like it, and it was. And I think it's a great show, and I think I'm not surprised. I think she's adorable as a Supergirl, and
of course
I'm
you
all
do.
in.
Yeah,
I'm not saying she's super hot, but she's kind of hot. But I think she's just great. Go ahead.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think everything. I've yet to watch it, but I think everything that you've said is accurate and seems correct. Like, I'm just interested to see if it has any sustainability.
Yeah, the
like I
legs.
know it
Those
came
are
out.
legs.
It came out. Shooting fast and hard. But will it be a season 2? Will it be a season 3? Like, you know what I mean?
I think it'll go to season 2. I just don't know how well it's going to stay good, is what I'm saying. Because, like, the one thing that I'm afraid of is that it's just going to be like Heroes. First season, awesome.
Yeah.
Got renewed for a second season. And then third one, it was just like, it tanked. But it doesn't matter. They still made episodes and they still made seasons, but everyone was just like,
Over it. Yeah.
But I just think the analog for this is not Heroes. The analog for this is Green Arrow and Flash.
No, and I know that,
which are smash hits.
No,
and
that's
doing quality
fine.
work.
And that's totally fine. I just think, even though I love Flash and I love Arrow, nothing superhero television will never be as good as season 1 Heroes. It doesn't
Sure.
matter what it is right now.
Fair enough.
And
Fair enough.
Supergirl will get there. I just think, me personally, I'm like, the first episode was great. I'm just hoping that they can keep it together.
What was the thing? Save the cheerleader.
Yeah.
Save the world.
Exactly.
Whatever, yeah. It
was great.
And Hayden
was
Panettiere,
freaking great.
cheerleader outfit, walking around.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of dope.
Fine.
Yeah, even though that's kind of creepy for me because she was probably supposed to be 17.
Well, she was supposed to be, but she
Opposite of
wasn't.
older.
She was like 21.
Okay, well, that's what
so.
that's what I'll tell myself.
Sure.
Like, oh, she's like 21.
In my brain, she's legal, so
okay.
whatever. Works for me.
So, yeah, I like the show. I have high hopes for it. I like the take on it. This kind of like a Gossip Girls meets Sex and the City meets superhero kind
It's
of
funny
take.
because I don't watch any of those shows.
It's all bright in the daytime. It's very like it's an interesting take on it. It's definitely geared towards women for sure, which is I like. It's not necessarily a dude show, but it's definitely geared towards women with the Jimmy Olsen, the black Jimmy Olsen, all these good looking dudes strapping around.
I don't like him.
I feel like she's kind of shrugging her shoulders. I'm Supergirl. What do I do in the big city? But it's all about Greg Berlanti, who's the architect. He's the guy. I'm spending a little more time on this because I'm a nerd. But Greg Berlanti is the guy behind Flash and behind Arrow. And look, man, he's the new architect of. Like, he is the guy in charge of the Disney universe, or should be. Not Zack Snyder, in my opinion. It should be Greg Berlanti, because even though he's in charge of the television universe, and he's knocking it out of the park, and he understands all this stuff so well, because Flash is so good, and Arrow is so good, that he understands it so well that I don't know, man. I think that he's doing a great job. So we'll see. I wish they would fire Zack Snyder and put him in charge of the movie universe as well, because the movie universe is so like that Christopher Nolan, like everything's so dark and but we'll see. I don't know.
That's what the audience wants nowadays, apparently.
In all the interviews I hear with Greg Berlanti, like he knows his shit. Like he deep dive nerd. Well, issue 743, like and he knows his stuff. That's not what he sounds like. Moving on.
I was like, that's rude.
I know. Moving on, I want to move past this Maker Studio. Well, I don't know. Do you want to talk about this Maker Studios situation? Let's move past Maker Studios. Let's get back into what I want to talk about, which is Star Wars. J.J. Abrams did a little Q&A about Star Wars from some fans, and George Lucas dipped in too. And just, asked about cool stuff, including whatever happened to Darth Vader's grandchildren.
Lord have mercy.
And then Abrams was like, "You tell me, man." Like, it's kind of a cool little moment. You can check all that out. I just wanted to mention that. I thought it was dope.
No, it is dope.
I think it's super cool.
Yeah, for the super fan, you asked those questions yourself. So to be able to have, the originator and now, the guy that's kind of had the baton passed to him, having this dialogue about these other alternative storylines, I think is awesome.
I agree too. Are you? The trailer. I think I was. Well,
did you buy your ticket yet?
I do have a ticket.
Me too.
But it's not quite what I want, so I may have to figure something out. But we'll see.
Okay.
John Wick 2. John Wick was one of my favorite movies of last year.
I cannot reiterate to you.
They announced John Wick 2 literally probably a week into the release of John Wick 1 because it was such a hit.
So freaking good.
My man Common is going to be the big bad in John Wick 2. I'm excited about that. Common's really doing his thing. I don't know. Common, there was one movie I can't remember what movie it was recently. You're out on this, right?
I'm listening.
There was one movie recently where Common was also an assassin. I can't remember what movie it was.
Oh, crap. It
was recently. He had glasses on.
I just saw this movie. Crap.
You know what I'm talking about?
I've seen the movie too.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I don't know if he's any good at it. I remember in the previews. He's like,
no, I liked him in it.
I'm putting on my glasses. I'm the assassin. I'm Common.
I'm gonna look it up if the internet actually works.
Anyway, so he knows how to be an assassin, but he's the big bad. So I don't know. The thing about Common for me is I buy Common most of the time, and most of the stuff he does because he's a pretty solid actor. He has a certain likability about him. I don't really necessarily buy him as a villain, so it'll be interesting to see him be a big one. Common is just everything about him exudes positivity and charm. How is he going to be like, I'm gonna get you, Keanu?
No, in a few of his roles, he's been kind of like the opposite of what he presents himself as through music. I forgot the name of the titles, but it's been a few roles that he's taken that have been very. How
do you feel about this casting?
I mean, I'm a fan of Common as an artist. His acting is okay.
Okay.
Matched with Keanu Reeves, whose acting is
stellar.
I was like, you better watch your words.
choose your next few words carefully.
Wait, are you guys both saying that Keanu Reeves is an excellent actor?
Yeah.
Whoa, okay.
Whoa.
No,
I am an FBI agent.
No, I'm not saying that he's the best. No. I just like him. But no, you're fine. I'm fucking with you.
I'm just interested to see the chemistry between two excellent actors.
No, I'm really excited to see Common really step it up. I'm so mad I don't remember what the actual movie that he was recently in, but I liked him in that. I think he's just getting better and better as time goes on.
True that.
Age like a fine wine.
Here's my imitation of the two facing off in a scene.
Oh no.
Common, are you gonna kill me? Yeah. That's it.
That was it?
See, that's my bad. I can't do Common's Chicago accent. I'm not going to try because I'm not going to mess it up.
Lord have mercy.
But that's it. But I agree. Common is no Denzel, but, he does his thing.
I miss Denzel.
Denzel ain't going nowhere. He'll be back.
I was like, what do you... okay.
Smoking Aces.
Wait, what is this? Oh, Smoking Aces. He was an assassin. That was early Common. His acting was not good in Smoking Aces, by the way.
He was in Salem.
Wanted.
Or Selma.
Wanted. His acting was another assassin role. His acting was not good in Wanted, by the way.
Run All Night. That's the one.
That's the one
with Liam.
With
Liam. That's right.
I liked that one.
Okay, I don't know about his acting in that one. Go ahead. I'm gonna give you the good.
I mean, that's the only one that's notable.
Was he in the one with Chris Brown hating
Love?
Christensen?
Which one is that?
I think he was I think he was a drug dealer or something in that movie. He was his son. He was with his son the whole time. He was doing all these criminal activities.
He's good. He's stuck in that one.
Wasn't he in that movie with like Chris Brown, Hayden Christensen, Idris Elba, like that weird they were like it was like a mob movie kind of.
Yeah, that was straight to iTunes one.
I don't remember. I know. I think it was in the movie theaters. It just didn't do well.
American Gangster. He was gangster.
I liked him in American
Gangster. First of all,
Gangster.
he was good. He was not a gangster in American Gangster. He was a gangster, but he was not gangster.
Right.
He was sitting at the table like he's country as hell. He was good in that. Him and T.I. both had good,
Street Kings. I never saw that.
I haven't seen that one.
Street Kings. Is that the Keanu one? That's the one where Keanu's a cop. Jay Moore's a cop.
I have no idea.
I believe so.
I don't know.
Okay. I believe that's like.
I don't know. I think he's getting better. I think he'll get there.
All right, I'm not mad at my man Lonnie Lane.
He's not a gangster in that one.
I'm cool with Lonnie Lane doing his thing. We're gonna move on to
this awesome video game that I'm like so freaking excited for.
Pocket friendly Tetris handheld.
Wow. All right.
Aubrey, go.
We're not gonna talk about Battlefront.
Okay, move forward. Battlefront.
I was like, what?
Star Wars. Oh, that's it for us. Oh, we're doing good. Okay, good. Star Wars Battlefront is probably that and Halo 5 are the two games I am freaking out about the most. I don't know which I'm freaking out about more.
Probably Halo 5 for you.
Well, I don't know because at E3, I played Battlefront.
Right.
And it was dope.
That's the one where we had the little interview beforehand where they introduced Ryan. And asked him how he was playing, and then he went to go battle you. Is that? No, that's not that game.
No, that wasn't that game. That was this was outside. They had a setup outside.
Right.
And you and Lo chill while I waited in a big ass line. And the stormtroopers went and glided me by, and I played.
Okay.
With a stormtrooper helmet on.
Got you.
I loved it. I'm very excited about it. The sound design is ridiculous.
So good.
That's the sound design alone is amazing.
So good.
The sound design alone is amazing.
Well, because it's got the Lucas, all the
Lucas
Lucas
are amazing.
No, but seriously, because every time you get
I will put I'll just push them all the way
all
up.
The way up.
That sound design was so good.
The reason why I love all of the
I was so impressed.
all of the Lucas Arts, which is this is EA, but all the Lucas Arts stuff from back in the day. It was cool because they brought in all those ILM sounds, right? So, and this is like takes it to the next level because you've got all the real sounds of the movie. I mean, Star Wars sounds are very distinct, blaster sounds and I was just X-wings, and it's just dope to hear.
I was just mostly taken aback from the multiplayer where that you could fit freaking 40 people in a room and just go to town. It's
Halo has that now too, but
Well, yeah, I know that, and that's what I'm also excited for is to see it in that way. But from seeing it from Battlefront, it was just kind of like, whoa, this is just bananas.
It is very cool, and like, especially when you can be either stormtroopers, you can be Empire or the Rebels, and you can be in Hoth, and you.
When
get
someone was Darth Vader
walkers,
throwing people around, I was just like, holy.
You can get in walkers, you
shit.
can get in and then also you has every alley of ground combat and then all the aerial combat.
It's chaos, but it's really good chaos.
Yeah.
But Halo 5 is supposed to be really awesome too. So.
Halo 5 I'm beyond freaking out about Halo 5 too because Guardians, but because I think
Halo 5's out already, isn't it?
No.
Really?
No, it's not out.
Okay.
Halo 5 came out on Tuesday.
What?
Told you. That's what
That's
I'm
what I
saying.
meant.
Thank you, Mark. I was
Are you
like,
serious?
What the hell? I was like,
Yeah,
I was
playing
just
it.
Yeah, I was like, I was just at Target and I saw it.
Oh,
And I was
I'm
like,
crazy.
Yeah, I've been playing it too.
Mark, shut up. That's how out of point. I thought it was coming out next week.
No, it came out. That's what I was saying. I was like, I
thought
saw it yesterday.
I thought it was November 4th. I thought it was November 3rd.
October 27th.
Yeah, it's October
What
27, Joe.
F? Oh,
I was sitting there going, I saw it at Target. I bought it for somebody.
that
I don't
ruins
know.
my day. That's really
You need to go buy it like today,
All right, well,
yesterday, Tuesday.
Some nerd techie I am.
How dare you?
So thoughts about Battlefront dropping in the same time space as the movie? Do you think?
No.
Do you think
It was
this is
so
like
smart.
another Dr. Dre Beats type of straight out of Compton marketing push?
Yes.
I mean, it's
The
dumb not
whole
to do
way.
that. It's dumb
It
to
would
do
be
it.
so stupid for them to wait till either after the movie or like months way like before the movie. It makes sense.
Here's the thing: like, when you're a kid, even they've learned this after Empire Strikes Back. By the time they got to Return of the Jedi, the marketing and the toys were like ramped up so hard, so they had all that shit locked and loaded in the stores, like ready to go. So when I was 12 years old and I saw Empire Strikes, I was 9 for Empire. You guys weren't born, but when I saw Return of the Jedi and I was 12 years old, I was like trying try to run somewhere and play and run around, even at 12, and play with my stuff. So the idea of being able to run out of the movie theater and run in and start playing the game is like, at my tender age of 32.
Yeah. Yes.
29.
Yes.
What am I?
29. You're 29.
I'm 29.
Yes.
Like, even as a 29-year-old man, like, that's still something that I want to do.
As you should.
That's it. So I agree. We got to get out of here. That's it. That's all we got for G&T today. I don't know. Anything else? Halloween plans?
Oh, damn, you beat me to it. You want me to go? Halloween plans. I have a going away party for a friend who's moving to London. So we're doing a Halloween party.
Perfect.
And I'm not dressing up as this.
Right.
I'm dressing up as Mario and Luigi with my best friend.
You just got like costume. You're like Beyonce with costume changes.
Yep, I got Wonder Woman, and I've got other things. I'm doing lots of changes just for fun.
Yeah, you're like Diana Ross in here. That's an old guy reference. You're like Beyonce. Well, I'm just saying, like, Diana Ross is known for her concerts and her changes. Anyway, where can the people find you, Alexis?
You can find me all over social media as atorres890. I have my 100th vlog. My 100th vlog coming up. Being interrupted. So rude. And I'm doing a Q&A. So use the hashtag AskAtorres890.
Wonderful. And Akili Shine.
Yes, indeed. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Akili Shine, AKILISHINE. And where can we find you?
Instagram,
JB.
Twitter, Scope, Snap Cheesy.
Tinder.
Yeah, I was like, Tinder?
Wait, what? At Joe K.
Grindr?
Braswell. At Joe K. Braswell. Thank you all for joining us. We will see you all next week.
Live
Happy
long
Halloween.
and prosper, y'all.
Peace.
From executives Kevin Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio. Instagram me at KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in.
Hollywood redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.